Yay! Happy Friday! So glad you're here to join me. I'm Dr. Darya Ghafourpour, the Gentle Dentist, and here for another edition of Friday Night Live. And the theme has to do with, you guessed it, holidays. So I got my Santa cap, nice and zebra outfitted, and my Santa sweater. So once again, I'm cozy and warm and in the holiday spirit, and I hope that you are too. And I thought so many people really resonated and gave me a lot of comments about last week's video having to do with, are you feeling stressed for the holidays, and what can you do about that? And I realized when we realize what our why is, when we remember what our why is what is our purpose? Why is it that we're doing whatever activity is that we're doing? Then that just makes everything, the roads, be so much smoother for you to get from one place to another. And today I had a great day, and it was my first day off for the holidays, which was really nice. I got to sleep in. Imagine that. And one of the things that I wanted to do today was visit some of my the doctors in my community, other dentists, and bring them a little holiday gift. So I got to do that. It was a fun thing to do. I didn't mind the traffic on the roads because I was out there to connect with people and to show appreciation, not only for the doctors in those offices, but for their teams, because everyone works so hard. T says, whoo, love that hat. You should have seen the other ones that I was looking at. And I skipped. I thought better of getting a Santa outfit for my cat, so I passed on that one. Anyway, it was fun to imagine. So I got one for myself anyway. How's that? But that was my why. My why was to visit some people who are special to me, and the people in their offices are special, and it was just a fun thing to do, to show up, and people don't expect that necessarily, and when somebody out of the blue arrives and brings a little gift and a smile and a Santa sweater, they brighten up. You can see it in their eyes, and you can just feel that there's a bit of happiness that happens there, and that's by intention. That's because that's something that I chose to do and bring along. And part of what I'm getting at is that it is true that people are a little bit maybe tunnel visioned out there when it comes to being on the road and driving through crowded parking lots. So please be careful if you're driving out there, and if you're a pedestrian, be on the lookout for drivers who are maybe not necessarily being in touch with their why during the holidays and are really pressed to get from here to there, regardless of what happens in between. So today is a reminder to remember the journey. Remember why it is that you're doing what you're doing, and because of the time that it is now, this relates with holidays. Of course, this relates with any moment of your life, any time of year. When you remember what your purpose is, and when you remember why it is that you're doing what you're doing, it can really pull you out of any stressful moment that you might be feeling. And that's my purpose here at this very moment, is to help shed some light on ways that you can brighten your own life, and to remind you that there are a lot of really, really good things happening in our lives and in our world and in our communities. And it's up to us to find those good things, and it's up to us to focus on them and to remember them and to bring them up in our conversations with people. And that's what I'm doing with you now. One of the doctors that I got to visit is Dr. Alex Kashef. He's an oral surgeon in Corte Madera. Super, 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 really, really kind man. And, so is his family, and so is his office staff. And he took a few minutes out to just sit with me, and there I was just saying, is he with patients now, or can I say hi to him? And I saw he had a whole family in his waiting room. It seemed that one of the kids was going to get some kind of dental surgery, probably wisdom teeth. It's a guess, to be removed. And the whole family came back, and I watched how the team member escorted them back, and it was just so friendly, and the family seemed to be in good spirits, and Dr. Kashef was going to be consulting with them, and he just took a few minutes to sit with me, and he was present with me. He was there with me. He wasn't just like, oh, hey, great, thanks for stopping by, here's a hug, you know, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and went back to do his thing. He said, no, come into my office. And so we sat in his little private office, and he's like, so how are things going? And he just took some time with me, and I could feel that there was a mutual appreciation that was there. And that felt really good, and I want to encourage you to find ways of connecting with others in a similar way, because it goes a long way. So when I left, and before I left, you know, I greeted each of his team members that I saw, and it was fun. You know, they're nice people there. And one of the people had said, oh, so, wow, you found a spot in the crazy parking lot? Because their office is in a mall, basically. It's an outdoor mall. And that means that there are holiday shoppers everywhere. And I was like, oh yeah, you know, a spot was reserved just for me. My spot was there, just had my name on it. And I just, you know, drove right into it. Well, coming out of the parking lot, as it turned out, people were not being very attentive. And I was just stunned that here I am waiting to turn left to be able to exit the parking lot. And there was plenty of room for me to do that. And a car that was approaching that would have been joining, so I was turning left, and this car eventually was coming behind me, was going so fast, and there was no reason for her to be going as fast as she was going. And literally, like, she wasn't stopping. If I hadn't hurried up and sped turning left, she would have hit my passenger door. And I just thought, oh, please. Please, do we really need this? But it didn't pull me out, you know, and I didn't make a fuss towards her or anything like that, because that wasn't important to me. The safety was important, and just sticking along my path was important. Me arriving back here at my office to do this video with you was important, and I kept those things in mind. And so that's another example that I'm just giving to you about how we can do that. And I hope that helps. And so I'd love it if you would leave a comment below on what is your why for the holidays. What I just described to you is just one day in the life of this Santa doctor who is having a good day and having fun connecting with people. And I'm hoping that you're having a good time with that too. And if you're not, let this be your little moment, your little snippet of your life where you can have a smile on your face and you can enjoy what it is that you're doing and just enjoy being, because it just carries forward. When you can be that way, other people will feel it, you'll brighten their day, and you know what, a cycle happens, and so then you start feeling uplifted as well. And that's part of what I experienced today, and I wish that for you now and always. And so you know what time it is now. It's time for some Facebook masks, so bear with me while I'm waiting for them to show up on my screen. And let's see. Oh, I'm Santa again. Okay, wait, I did that last time. Let's look for something else. Okay, let's see who I can. Have an awesome week. And oh, and now I'm wearing 2 hats. Check that one out. No, I'm going to sleep there. Let's go back to the other one. Or maybe we'll just go to some polar bears. Okay. Have a lovely